Hello, my name is Riley. Today I'm going to be talking about the benefits of incorporating regular exercise into your routine. In our rapidly advancing lives, it can become so easy to slip into the trap of inaction without even really realizing we're doing it. Whether we mean to or not, we often have so many excuses at our disposal as to why this happens. Many of these are super real and valid reasons for such inaction. Whether due to time constraints, low energy, or a lack of confidence, we're all susceptible and guilty of it in some way or another. As universal as these experiences are, it is often just as universal that the cycle of inaction leads to habits that compound more inaction and passivity. My intention in this video is not to lament the pitfalls of inaction. Despite how it feels some days, we are not actually living through a Shakespearean tragedy. My point is to help remind you of the benefits that come with incorporating any amount of consistent exercise into your life and how that will help to overcome inaction. I will be describing a few of the long-term and short-term benefits of developing an exercise routine, including sleep habits, cognitive function, and several debilitating diseases. I will be the first person to admit that fitness is not my main priority in life, and I'm not looking to convince you that a little exercise will change your life or your body overnight either. That being said, I can personally attest to the fact that through self-discipline, exercise has many benefits that intersect with several aspects of your life. For most of my academic and professional life, I would be categorized as somebody who was extremely disorganized. I was absolutely the type of student who would shove papers into my lockers and binders with minimal care. And my binder, it was a beast in its own sense. This always came hand in hand with a lack of sleep, energy, and effort across the board. In this video, we'll be looking at about two primary kinds of exercise: aerobic, movement-based exercise, and muscle strengthening exercises. In terms of fitness, the Center for Disease Prevention and Control recommends 150 minutes a week of moderate to intense activity, with at least 2 days focused on muscle-building exercises. However, I'm a firm believer that committing to doing whatever we can accomplish is sometimes more beneficial than setting an unattainable goal within our schedule. As I said, many of the reasons for inaction are extremely valid. I'll be using 4 categories to organize the benefits of regular exercise: brain health, weight management, bone and muscle strength, and reducing the risk of diseases. Due to its role in energy balance, physical activity is a critical factor of determining if somebody can maintain healthy body weight, lose weight, or maintain their weight loss strategies. Your body's dietary requirements and cravings are governed in a large part by the amount of physical activity we actually do. Our bodies follow the laws of thermodynamics, and therefore we call for different fuels depending on what we use them for. Exercise, by burning calories and consuming these fuels, has a central role in determining and maintaining our body's energy levels. Immediate benefits of both exercise types include reduced feelings of short-term anxiety, improved sleep, and improved cognitive functions in some areas. These are all very vital in maintaining positive brain health. Working out and expending energy regulates when your body requires food as well as rest. This is an area of my life that is drastically different depending on how dedicated to my exercise I actually am. Even a small amount of exercise during the day allows me to sleep much longer, deeper, with far less interruptions. My mental health is generally my main motivation for exercising, as I recognize that real connection that exists there for me. That being said, it was not and is never an overnight process. Effective and efficient exercise is a skill like any other, and like any other, it's only improved over time with practice. The long-term benefits of committing to exercise a certain amount of time each week are far more noticeable than the already present short-term results. While the goals of many workouts are to undeniably tone your body and build specific muscle mass, they all universally have the benefit of building bone and muscle strength as well as strengthening the structures around these within your body. Another vital benefit of your cells requiring energy after exercise is the manner in which they draw it from the sugars and proteins present within your bloodstream rather than those your body stored up. This means that to a certain extent, exercise can act as a way to regulate blood sugar and insulin levels within your body. Although this effect is most present in people who routinely exercise, we've all felt how physical activity can affect our blood glucose levels and certainly our moods. This all means that committing to an effective routine strongly reduces your risk of developing type 2 diabetes at the very least. Additionally, doing so will over time lower triglycerides and insulin levels and may also play a role in improving high-density lipoprotein, cholesterol, and blood pressure levels. This all keeps the heart healthy and hopefully works to prevent some future heart attacks. These benefits play a massive role in preventing and combating many illnesses and diseases across the board. Hypertension, strokes, and metabolic syndrome are just a few examples I can mention. Central to your muscle and bone health at all times is your cardiovascular and cardiorespiratory systems. Alongside exercising targeted muscles, a workout always gives your heart and lungs a good dose of exercise. Your heart rate can increase anywhere from 50% to 75% when undergoing rigorous exercise, ensuring that all systems that intersect with your cardio functions are getting a decent dose of exercise as well. The graph behind me is a recreation of one made by the CDC. It compares the hazard ratio of mortality for certain diseases compared to the exercise levels performed by individuals each week. From this graph, we can see the immediate benefit present from physical activity is very drastic and noticeable right off the bat. This graph does state that 70% of your exercise benefit is gained after only 8.25 hours per week. That being said, the CDC also emphasized that there is no ideal exercise range for all bodies and that it must be measured on an individual basis. The benefits shown here illustrate how any exercise is certainly better than nothing. When examining this information, it strangely reminds me of the tragedy of Hamlet by William Shakespeare, a story that I've always embodied by this same issue of inaction within our own lives. It can become so easy to be overwhelmed by all the stresses and pressures of life. Even so, I think it's very important to remind ourselves that some action is always better than none, even if it is not the most important thing to be focusing on. Committing to exercise and showing up for yourself in this matter has drastic benefits you'll see across all areas of your life if you commit to it. I'll definitely attach a link to a more clear photo of this graph and a remainder of the research that I used in the description below. I hope this video did serve as a little reminder of the importance of exercise, and I really hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.